talk, just feel free to stop as you did with Jahan, and I'm happy to kind of make this pretty informal and sort of Q&A based. I am going to probably hit you over the head again a little bit with standards and benchmarking and that sort of thing, with the tools that Textile Exchange brings to the industry, to our members. A little bit, Jahan, when we sort of complement and work in some sort of harmony with what the Sustainable Apparel Coalition is doing, which is super important as more people engage in sustainability, and there's more going on. Sort of convergence and sort of harmony is really critical so that we can reduce confusion and duplication, all that sort of thing. But I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about our platform. We do use a bit of jargon, so I'll introduce some of that jargon to you, mostly around the PFM, the preferred fibre material, and really how we work to communicate what's going on in the industry in terms of market reporting, research, and some PFM benchmarking that I'll talk to you a bit about. I think Amanda's mentioned really who we are and what we do. We are here to inspire, engage the industry, and working with companies and our members right through the supply chain to make positive impacts. I put this slide up to show that we are global. We're a very small organisation, but we are spread out around the world, and we have people based in farming countries. Some of them are ambassadors for us, such as in China and Africa, but we work in a kind of connected network to be able to work from the farm, the data from the farm, right through to the branded retail marketplace. So you've seen a few of these slides today in terms of membership. And like the SAC, we like to have a good representation right across industry in terms of the stakeholders, right from the farm and the input suppliers through the manufacturers and the brands and retailers. And we're looking at, and then of course, supporting organisations, NGOs, and trying to transition from this idea of a sort of supply chain into more of a supply network, where you're forming relationships, building more around communities than just about where your product's coming from and not really knowing anything else about that. We have 3 platforms within Textile Exchange. Hannah Deans, who some of you were here this morning and heard Hannah talk about the RWS, our suite of standards here that you can see in the middle. Myself and Lisa Emerson, who's here with me, who she is today, we're part of the Fibres and Materials platform. And then I think, as Hannah mentioned, we have a supply chain platform as well. So it's all fairly integrated. We work here on understanding, as I said before, what's going on in terms of uptake and sustainability needs and strategy, I guess, within the industry. And then there's the standards that support that integration, and then the supply chain and sort of building that network. And that should say supply network now. This is quite a wordy slide. In fact, I'll probably have to look at it myself. But I mean, we use words like sustainable fibres, sustainable materials, sustainable cotton, and it's become an easy term. But I think we've all got various ideas and perceptions on what sustainable is, and actually, if anything is purely or fully sustainable, I don't think it is. So we look at sustainability, as I'm sure a lot of you do too, more as a journey than a destination. Cliche, but true. We're all attempting to be more and more sustainable, and that even that goalpost kind of shifts as we learn more about what we're doing, learn more about impacts, able to communicate that and understand it. So we've adopted a term called preferred, and you hear it a bit, but I'm not sure it's kind of universally accepted throughout the world. But we talk about preferred fibres and materials.